Okay, now that we have our list view set up, we might be interested in capturing some events. So if we want to set up an event listener like this, there's some things that we need to keep in mind because when you click on a list view item, you have to be mindful on what it is you're actually clicking because the event listener is actually tied to this menu, and the menu is a list view component, right? And so what exactly is being captured? And so if I do something like system out event, it's going to say, okay, what exactly is happening? So let's go ahead and see what comes out when we go ahead and do that. So here's the menu that we built. When I click on fries, the event is actually this, is okay, where did the click happen? The click happened in a list view object, and there's all this information about it, and probably what we're actually interested in is something that says right here. Okay, what is the actual pick result? And we'll see somewhere in there that, okay, maybe there's a string that's called fries. You'll see, okay, there's the main thing is that the object that's actually capturing the event is the menu. It's not the specific item within the menu. And so what we actually need to do is specify, and what the menu object actually has is a whole bunch of methods, as you might imagine, and one of them is called getSelectionModel, and that method allows us to figure out what is selected within our menu, and so which is a list view object. Again, I think it's really worthwhile to go and look at the documentation because the list view uh, class is really powerful. But see, okay, but the kinds of things I might be interested in, okay, is what is the actual selected item, and so I can say get selected item, and what that's actually going to return is in this particular case is a string. So it's like what is selected. That's going to be a string, and then you can see that once we do that, what is selected, we're going to get a much more focused information out of the event that we captured. So I'll go in there, and when I click on drinks, you'll see it just says drinks. When I click on fries, it'll say fries. Click on burger, it'll say burgers. But this is all going to vary depending on what is stored inside of that list view. And so in this case, it gave us back a string, but it, uh, it could actually end up being something else. And then what we do with that information, obviously, it's up to the programmer. And when you're working on our final project, you're going to have to do some logic to take the information that you get out of the event to trigger um, some other logic that solves the problem that you're being asked to solve. So yeah, hopefully these videos are helpful to fill in some of the gaps in terms of what we can do with JavaFX, Scene Builder, and ultimately how we can write code to do pretty interesting things.